So man, we got Charleston White and Unc on SayCheese TV. I guess pretty much, that's Charleston White's mentor. But in this interview, he's gonna break down why he don't believe in God. I know that's a touchy subject for a lot of people, so I like to hear other people's thoughts and their mindset on it, and what their beliefs are and what they believe in. So let's see what Pops got to say in Charleston.
Oh man, we back with another one. This time we got Charleston White and a special guest, man. We got Pops.
Yeah, the old man Weasel, man.
Oh man, yeah, man. We really 3 years behind.
Yeah. So QCP, Corey Gamble, so that they Meek Mills, Trapper Dale. So his video went viral like 5-6 years ago when he was at the pool table talking about niggas fucking up in establishments.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to interview him like 3 years ago, but he don't never want to go nowhere.
Yeah,
you got to go to Fort Worth to get him. So I got to come to Dallas.
Exactly. So this is your mentor.
Yeah. This is my nigga, like my spiritual pastor. He's been my guide to love black people. Man, cause when I encountered him, nigga, I was on the verge of being a sellout. White people just gave me an office downtown. I was a poster child for the Texas Juvenile Justice Department here in the state of Texas. They had just gave me the curriculum that Obama had just came up with, that Thinking for a Change curriculum. So, I was an English white boy when I encountered.
So Pops, you the one that get on to him when he's wrong.
What did he say?
He said, "You the one that get on to me when I'm wrong."
He don't listen to nobody, but I try. I try hard. I called him this morning. I said, "Say, I'm hungry, fool." He said, "Do you want to go to work?" I said, "Yeah, from 8 to 80, cripple, blind, or crazy, we go to work." So 990 boo-boo, I had to come to work to eat.
Now, I seen a viral video of you when you said that you don't, I don't want to misquote you, but you say you don't believe in God.
He said, "You don't believe in God?"
No, I don't believe in God.
Can you break that down for us?
Nobody's never seen God. Nobody's never talked to God. When I was a child, I had to follow the old people's philosophy about God. My grandma loved Jesus more than anything in the world. And Jesus had blonde hair and blue eyes. When I found out Jesus didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, then I quit listening to whatever the English white boy said. Our peoples listen to the story of God. Where did God come from? Who done seen God? Who done seen heaven and hell? Nobody, so it's a story. I've been on planet Earth 80 years.
It's crazy because I catch a lot of people looking at videos, not even looking at videos, but I've seen things come on my timeline where it says, I died and went to hell. And she said she died and went to hell, and seen Biggie in hell and some other shit. I was like, what the fuck? Did she just have a dream? That's why I said it's a touchy topic, because not everybody has the same beliefs.
I was a child. I tried to follow mama's and daddy's instructions and all the old people's God. The old niggas, boom, shoot up in there, God. Fuck you, God. Fuck you, God. So I had to read the Bible to understand what's going on. So when I read the Bible, and God chose the Jews. So God is Jews, the Jews God. I should say, come on, something wrong. So I went through all kind of shit praying. Like when we was kids, we used to get on our knees and pray. That's the way Mama and them taught us. And Mother put me in church every day. Mother made
That's
me
my
go to
grandma
church.
name, Mother.
So God, where you at, God?
God bless her soul.
God, where you at? So then when I got to go to the federal penitentiary, God, you and Jesus saved me. Save me, God and Jesus. Ain't now one of them motherfuckers come and save me. I had to go to that penitentiary and I had to learn. I learned about Allah. I learned about Buddhist. I learned about Hindu. I learned about Jehovah, all the gods. In Vietnam, they got a Buddhist god, the fire god. They pour gas on them and set themselves on fire for Buddhists. So through my life and through my game, where you at, God? Where you at? The book is King James. King James book. What he wrote, what God said. And God ain't never told Cain and Abel to fight one another and do this. Yeah, God came talk. So my journey in life, where you at, God? God should say to children, why you letting people drop bombs on these children, God? Where you at? So I learned that God and the devil. So the God and the devil had a bet. God told the devil to take Job, do whatever the fuck you want to do to Job, but don't kill him. And I bet Job don't cuss me, Job ain't gonna turn against me. So Job was a favor, he loved God. So when the devil done everything to Job, everything, he put souls on Job, he killed all his children and everything. And Job's wife used to tell him, man, cuss your God. Job told the woman, said, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you talking about. So Job didn't cuss his woman, so the devil lost the bet. God wins. You got the devil and you got God. You got Jesus. I don't believe in none of that shit. I believe in what I had to go through each and every day out here in this jungle by myself. Jesus didn't save me. I was born in the 40s. When I come out of my mama's womb, them Peckerwoods couldn't stand me. I come out of a slave state. So I don't believe in none of that. I believe in water, dirt, air, fire. That's the elements of the world. They say, well, who you think put here? I don't know.
That's what I was going to ask you. So
I don't know.
How did we get here?
I don't know. The elements, when I was a little boy, we used to watch caveman movies. They had caveman movies on. The caveman, dinosaurs and everything. So when the movie go off, it cracked. Earth cracked. Everybody running, dinosaurs running and everything. Fire coming up under the, fire coming up in heaven and all that. So now, here come back again. When God.
What y'all think, man? What's y'all take on it? Like, what's y'all beliefs? I mean, you know what I mean? You don't have to say it in the comments. Tell me how y'all feel. Do y'all believe in when you die, you energy? I don't know, man. Like, what you think? Where you think you go when you die? What you think? Do you think, like Chick Hearn say, the lights is out, the jello's jiggling, the eggs is hatched? Man, dude, what you think?
God decided, he said, I'm going to destroy this because all the angels coming down here fooling with the women and things, all of God's angels and all of God, whatever he had up there, they come down here and went to fooling with the peasants, the peoples and things like that, and God got mad. So God destroyed it with water. God said, I ain't going to destroy it no more. He said, a foolish man going to destroy it with fire. Now what they doing now? What they doing? They destroying it with fire. The people's in Ukraine, the people's in the Palestinians, wherever war at and people dropping bombs there, and that is. God ain't come here yet. Where God at? Where God at? Where the devil at?
But you're gonna have people who say they've experienced God before. They've had situations where they experienced God.
Yes, I've heard people say what they experienced with God, that's why they believe in God. I don't knock what nobody believes in. Whatever you believe in, that's your business. So I'm gonna knock that. Cause you had that experience. I ain't had that experience. I ain't had no experience with God. When I was in Vietnam, I said, Buddhists, get me back home to my mama. Buddhists, get me back home when all that shit was dropping down on me and all that bang bang and shit. So I got back home. And when I got back on here, I hear Papa Paul, a Roman, ride down on me, killing me like I was doing a sucker in Vietnam. So I got to fight back and do what I got to do. So I don't know nothing about God.
You say when you came back from Vietnam, you got the white man down on you and God ain't getting him off of you.
I got to get him off of myself, just like I got the Vietnamese off of me. I got to get God ain't gonna, I don't know.
So when you're in tough situations, is there a higher power? Is there somebody you talk to? Is it a...
I believe in my mama and my grandma. My mama and my grandma is my God. What they told me how to survive on this planet here. My grandma believed in God. She loved God. She loved the Bible. She didn't know no better. And when I try to tell her about, hey, my dear, there's Allah over here, she said, boy, if you don't get out of here, so I get out of there. When I tell my dear, God didn't have, Jesus didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, he got...
Damn, when he say mud ear, that just remind me of my grandma, man. Like mud ear. And my mama had come in, mud ear, you know, and you know, I hear her say mom sometimes, but it was always mud ear. Like my whole family from the South, man. Dallas, Fort Worth, I think I got a few people in Houston. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. When I hear that and I see him, I see my generation, I see my older generation, my uncles and, you know, stuff like that. That's why I like listening to people from Texas.
Wool. He got woolly dog skin here over there what the curls is, the wool like hair. So I don't believe in nothing that the English white boy said.
Charleston, you quote the Bible pretty often.
Well, I always say, my mama said, the Bible said, because I ain't never read the Bible to quote it. I done heard it. So they say if once you hear God's word, you can't forget it. That you are. So I've been hearing this shit. My mama quoting it, so I've been regurgitating the Bible. I believe what my mama say. Like he said. I was say, man, my mama say the Bible said.
Do you go to church sometimes?
Huh?
Do you go to church?
Do I go to church?
Yeah, do it.
When I was a kid, when mama take me on Friday, mama getting ready to go out with daddy. She going out with daddy on Saturday, so we finna get a package. We going over to Granny's house on Friday night. And we ain't coming back home to Sunday evening. So Granny kept me in church when I went to Granny's house. Granny wanted me to be Moses. Moses was a kid just like him. Born in Pharaoh's house thinking he's an Egyptian, but he was a Hebrew.
Who?
Pharaoh told all his soldiers, go kill all them little
Hebrews
over there, kill all them little boys, all the first born little boys.
Oh no, don't call my phone back.
So
don't call my phone back.
Soldiers went over there and killed all the boys. Moses' mama put him in the water, he went over there.
Don't call my phone back.
Pharaoh's daughter got him. Pharaoh don't know his daughter got him, and Pharaoh's daughter raised Moses in the house. Egyptian house. So while Moses over there in the Egyptian house, he think he an Egyptian. When Moses found out he was a Hebrew and he had been oppressing all his own peoples, he was fucked up in the head. Cause this ain't your mama over there. So when he found out where his mama is, he went over there where his mama was, and his mama told him the story. So he had to kill one of his own Egyptians, so Pharaoh loved him, so Pharaoh put him out. So when he went out, he went off in a mountain, and God went to talking to him or whatever, and said, go back over there and get my peoples out of Egypt.
Talking about Moses.
So Moses said, man, I don't know what to say. So he said, your brother will tell you what to say, Aaron, Moses a killer. We don't know nothing about that. So when he come back, he telling Pharaoh what God said. Moses, the one talked to God. Moses went and told Aaron what God said, and Aaron and Moses went and tried to explain it to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh wasn't trying to hear that shit. So over here in America, this little English white boy here, his job was to free the black peoples and come and talk for the black people. But the Peckerwoods went to talk about bushing him in the top of his motherfucking head. So he said, Pop, you told me Martin Luther King got killed trying to save people. Jesus got killed trying to save people. Malcolm got killed trying to save people. Malcolm went to the motherland. And when Malcolm went to the motherland, he saw that what Elijah Muhammad was saying something wrong.
Yeah.
So he went back and told everybody. So when he went back and tell everybody, then they went to talking about, man, you talking about Elijah. Nigga, fuck you. You can't talk about Elijah. Elijah ain't lying. But Elijah tell you about, if I'm a Muslim, a lot of blacks went Christians.
Yeah.
And a lot of blacks went Islamic.
Right here.
Malcolm didn't pick up no Bible.
Hold on.
Farrakhan didn't pick up no Bible. They picked up the Quran. Malcolm X's daddy was the last black preacher to teach, fuck that white boy. Fuck him, we by ourselves. And he wound up getting killed. So Malcolm wound up going to the penitentiary. He didn't pick the Christian book, he picked the Quran. Farrakhan didn't pick the Christian book, he picked the Quran. This young man come out looking for a preacher. His mama sent him to look for a preacher, to follow a preacher's mouth, to listen to what a preacher says. So this kid was looking for a preacher. When he run up on the preacher said, say, it costs $50 an hour to bring these kids out here. He didn't want the kids down there with me. He said, man, that old man is crazy. Look how that old man talking to these kids and things down here. But when I give him the key to bring the kids down there to the place, then him and the kids had fun and he would never leave because his mama told him, you done picked up that old man's spirit. I ain't gonna bother nobody. But if you bother me, I don't know nothing to do with what my mama and my grandma taught me. Elimination. God said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Jesus said, forgive. Jesus said that. God ain't said that. God told all them Jews, you don't fight one another, you don't beat up one another, you don't talk about one another. But whatever you do to the rest of the suckers across when y'all go to a border, that's that. So God belonged to the Jews. He loved the Jews. Paul didn't touch Jesus.
Never met
Jesus' disciples taught Paul everything when he was blind and fell off the house. So when he was blind and fell off the house and Jesus' disciples got him, they taught him everything about Jesus.
Yep.
And he wrote a third of the New Testament. So how we know what's true? Paul never met Jesus. And how?
I've always wondered that, like, Paul never met Jesus. So how did he know anything? Man, like, when people break down the Bible, man, I hear certain things and be like, damn. Man, it can get very confusing sometimes. Like, I don't go to churches. When I read that things were supposed to be stored in the churches and spread amongst the people, and I start going to churches and they asking for tithes, they start passing the plate around and they want money, and it's like, okay, they want this money to either pay their bills or keep the church going, but I never seen them give anything away but communion. So yeah, I stopped going to churches, man. I felt like I can read at home and understand the word at home and start learning things at home, even with different religions.
Who came and amended God's word? Because God's word is the New Testament, the Old Testament. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Yeah.
The New Testament says no mercy and forgiveness. You don't get punished. So God's word been switched. So how we know what's real? So that's why I say I go off what my mama said. My mama teach me to be honest. My mama say her God, so I go off me and my mama God. But nigga, I don't know nothing to believe outside my mama God. So I don't believe.
Man, and that's what I've always told people. Like, my mom kept me and my brother. She had a certain scripture in a page that she kept my brother name in. So throughout life, my brother about to be 60. I'm 47. You know, my mom just passed a few years back, but throughout life, that was her teachings to me. So everything she said about God and Jesus is what I learned from her and going to church. She kept me in church every Sunday. I'll just get up on my own and go because I like going because, you know, it was kids there, we can play and everything, and then it was study time. But yeah, man, even in like preschool, it was kind of like a church. When I was going to preschool, it was a church, so they was teaching us about God. But it's crazy because as I got older, you can see now they start taking God out of school. They took the prayer out of school. Man, the churches is a business now. Man, everything is pretty much like a clique now. Everything, man.
Need nothing nobody else say about God, because I got to at least watch my mama do right in life, buy people, take care of people, feed people. I never heard her cuss. I never heard my mama speak ill will of anybody. I never heard my mother gossip. I've never seen my mother drunk, high on drugs. I've never seen my mother smoke a cigarette. So I can only go with the goodness of this good. So that's my God. So that's why it's easy for me to say, fuck God, because I don't know if I really know God.
So,
but it's crazy because we all got different mothers and how they raised us. Like, man, shit, I remember my first fight. I got knocked in my motherfucking ear and ran home. Shit, I ran in there and my mama looked at me, man, and she didn't even she didn't say nothing. She whooped my ass, grabbed me by my ear and threw me out there and told me, you better fight him 101, because they jumped me. Man, I got out there, got to fighting like a motherfucker, jumped on his fat ass. Man, was hitting him on top of his head. The motherfucker threw me on the ground in the grass. Dirt was all in my mouth and eyes and shit. He come wrestling me and shit, man. Got up, boxed that motherfucker. We fought. Then I fought his brother, and man, we ended up becoming best fucking friends. Those were my teachings, man. My mom's taught me how to fucking, man. My sisters taught me how to fight. I got 5 fucking sisters. I got 1 brother. My brother had to take care of business. But, you know, my sisters, man, I was always getting into shit. So, yeah, man, my mom's, man, I shot dice with my mom's, dog. I did everything with my mom's, y'all. I did everything with my mom's. Like, that was my best friend, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, I feel them though. You learn from your parents' teachings of what they taught you.
Pops, you're 80 years old?
Huh?
You're 80 years old?
Am I what?
80 years old.
80.
You're 80?
1945.
Okay, what's the, you know, the life expectancy of a black African American?
71.
It's 62.
60, yep, 62.
I thought it was 71, really.
What's the secret?
How you live so old?
How do
What's
you,
the secret?
yeah,
Huh?
how do you stay healthy? How do you live to get to 80 years?
Say it again.
How you live to be 80 years old?
Minding my motherfucking business, not bothering nobody, keeping suckers up off of me. Minding my business and listening to what them old people's taught me each and every day, and going with what they say. Get up and mind your business, get you some money, feed yourself, go in your house, lock your door, and don't have nothing to say. He say, she say, mind your business.
I swear.
So I wound up getting 80 years old, seeing red and blue, jumping out of guns and every goddamn thing else. Because Daddy said, if you don't steal on this side, go steal on that side. And when you steal on that side, if you gonna get caught, you gonna get something done to your ass. So you better be fast and hurry up and get back to this side. Because we didn't attack one another. You ain't never seen a nigga fight one another. They fight sometime about the coochie, but other than that, they didn't hate one another. They wasn't jealous of one another. They wasn't envious of one another. Where did jealous, hate, and envious come from? God? Is that where it come from? Because he created everything. He created everybody. They say, I don't know. I'm a fool. I don't know nothing. I'm illiterate. I'm retarded. I can't even read and write. But I made it in this jungle over here. I made it in this jungle over here, listening to the old people and doing what the old people said do. What you believe in is your business. I ain't gonna try to change it. That's your business. I don't fool with people. I'm not sociable. I stay to myself. I live in a box by myself. I got a box that I put myself in because I can't deal with these people out here because they fucked up in their head and think they right.
So you just mind your motherfucking business.
I don't know what I am. I don't know who I am. He know me. He said, Pop, you got left for us. I asked all the time, I say, God, Jesus, say the devil, how did I live this goddamn long? Don't have a scratch on me. I ain't mad at nobody.
You asked the devil and you asked Jesus?
What is that?
You ask all of them, God, devil, and Jesus?
You talk to the devil too?
The devil?
Yeah, you talk to the devil too?
I am the devil. I ain't God. I ain't Jesus. I don't live like God and Jesus. If you live like God and Jesus, you ain't mad at nobody. You perfect. So I live like the devil. I manipulate a motherfucker if he listen to me.
But this is what he's saying. We
Listen.
all the devil, nigga.
Yeah.
Man is his own devil because those are your evil thoughts. The devil didn't put them thoughts in your head. Those are your thoughts based on your feelings and your belief. But we like to blame it on the devil to take it off of us. But when we do good, we don't give God the credit. We say we done this. You see, so that's why I say I think everybody playing. When you're a kid, you believe in what they say. But as you start to get older, homie, everything becomes questionable. Wait till you get ready to die. Let's see how real, because everybody I know who believe in God scared to die. Don't want to die.
You never really answered if you believed in God or not. You always give me like a gray area.
Yeah, I believe in God. When I'm in jail.
Shut up.
When I'm in a strip club, touching on the whole pussy, God has no concept of a belief to me. Because you don't have sex out of marriage. When it's time to fuck, I don't believe in God. Because if I did, I wouldn't fuck.
God made, this is what they say, I don't know. This is what they said. They said God made two mans. They said God made a man up there, and when he made it down here and he put everything down here, he ain't got nobody to work. He ain't got nobody to work. So God breathed in the dirt and created a man. He dominated over earth. He dominated over everything that God done put down here. He over that. He over the earth. He ruled the earth. But God made a man that can think before he made the man that worked with the dirt. Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. God said you bite from everything, but you don't bite from that apple. That's what they call that apple. They said it was apple. The woman ain't doing nothing wrong. The devil, the snake, told her to bite that apple. Ain't no motherfucking snake. That was God's son, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I know can't no snake tell no woman about biting no apple. And when God came down, he told all three of them, get their ass out of there. Adam, Eve, and the snake. Then life began. That's the way I read it through the Bible. Samuel was the first person that listened to God. In the Old Testament, Samuel go to the mountain and tell God, the people don't want to come to the mountain no more and listen to you. They don't want to hear what you got to say. So God tells Samuel, okay, then I'm going to put a man on him. So he honored Saul, first king. He know king dirty, he know Saul dirty than a motherfucker. So he looking for a king, another king. So who he look for? That little boy David. The little boy David that had a slingshot, guarding all the sheep and things like that for his daddy. And he became the second king. That's the Jews. That's the Jews. That's the Jews. Abraham had two sons. He had two sons. He had a son by an Egyptian woman, and he had a son by his cousin, Sarah. God didn't tell him to have sex with Hagar. Sarah told Hagar to go up there and give my man some coochie because he ain't doing too good. And when Hagar went up there and gave